cute. All right, let's start, guys. So go ahead and come seated on your props, your blankets or your blocks, and we'll cross our legs at our mid-shins. And once you get your legs crossed at your mid-shins, draw your outer feet down against your mat and then lean over one side to the other and adjust the buttock flesh. Lower buttock flesh out and also draw back. Do this on both sides. Again, draw your outer feet against your blankets. And then you can bring your fingertips outside of your hips to your blanket, to your block or your mat, and you'll press and lift your side body. Bring the tops of your shoulders down away from your ears. Spread your collarbone. You can also bring the abdominal wall back and your tailbone down. Bring your hands to your heart. As you exhale the breath, make sure that the chin is parallel to the mat, and then close your eyes. Begin to center yourselves here using your breath, Ujjayi breath, audible inhalation, audible exhalation. I'll chant Om. Join in or you're welcome to just listen. Om. Exhale your breath. Bow your head. Bring your chin to the groove of your neck. Bring your hands to the tops of your legs. Center your head, and your next exhalation, open the eyes and release the hands. Very good, guys. I'm going to move forward in Sukhasana. So I'm going to take my two blocks, come to the very top edge of my blanket, readjust the buttock flesh. Guys, make sure that your knees are not like this, but that your outer legs are really tucking in towards your midline. And that you feel kind of this compacting of your outer hips, especially as you move forward. And grab your blocks, dorsiflex your feet so that you draw your outer feet down and then push your blocks forward. But really focus on your outer feet grounding, your upper leg bones moving down towards your mat, and then really stretch the backs of your arms, especially your upper arms. That's where the extension comes. Then walk your fingertips towards the very top edge of your block. You can bring your chin towards the groove of your neck. Good, good, good. Again, draw your feet down. Also press your hands down and see if you can concave your thoracic spine. If you can bring your chest straight down towards your mat. And then grip over your blocks and bring them back towards you. You'll engage the core, lift the blocks, pull them back, and then change your cross. So again, it makes a big difference, especially to the outer hips, whether you're coming forward like this or whether you're coming forward like this, right? So this would be a little more stress on the knees, less firmness in the outer hips. This more firmness in the outer hips, less stress on the knees, okay? So one reason we want to keep the outer knees moving in. And then again, grab your blocks, push them forward. Always start by kind of gripping over the blocks. Once I get them out there as far as I can, I'll bring the fingers together and then walk the hands out towards the top of the block. Good, good, good. You can really hold your upper leg bones down and see if you can get your side rib cage to move out towards your upper arms and your upper arms to move towards your hands, your fingertips. Good. Good, good, good. Press down into your block. Take an inhale and look towards the top edge. Grip over the blocks and bring them back towards you. Perfect. And then let's swing our legs out in front of us. And then again, adjust the buttock flesh, Paschimottanasana. You may need a strap, but bring the inner ankle bones, the inner heels together and floint. So really press out on the base of the big toe joints. Now, make sure before you move forward that the sits bones appear to be moving up towards your lower back. You see? So when you adjust the buttock flesh, make sure the leg bones come in. And then grab a strap if you need one. Otherwise, extend the arms out. Come forward, grab your feet. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, fold. So as you fold, guys, you want to bring your leg bones down, your spine in, bring your chin to the groove of your neck. See if your forehead will come towards your shin bones. So really stretch and open up the backs of your legs. Good. Can you guys widen your elbows? Can you take them out to the sides and almost up towards the ceiling to see if you can get more spreading in the back rib cage, front rib cage? And then inhale, look out in front of you, and exhale to release. Good. Perfect. Once more, adjust the buttock flesh. We'll come forward again. Let's see if we can keep that movement of the navel away from the pubic bone. Take the arms up. If you're using a strap, hold the strap in the hands. Exhale, really lengthen here, guys, as you come forward. Again, grab your feet, or this time, if you've got the flexibility, you can interlace around the feet. Exhale, fold. You can also reuse your strap. But here you want to stretch, stretch, stretch. That's it. The back of the body. Again, see if the elbows will lift out. That's it. Great, great, great. Spread the front rib cage. Spread the back rib cage. So think of your inner body or your midline moving out and your outer body moving in. Great. And then inhale, stretch up, and exhale, release. Perfecto. Okay, let's go ahead and move our props, and we'll come into Adho Mukha Virasana, or child's pose. So if you need a block, if you need a prop, guys, when you come over onto your mat, you can also bring a blanket between your heels and your bottom. Your knees are a little wider than your hips, and the reason is because we're going to bring our side ribs inside of the inner knees like this. So you'll really walk your arms out. And listen, we're really trying to get away from this rounding, but more extension in the spine. So your shins, the tops of your feet, and your upper leg bones, think of those spaces as being used as your anchor. So you actually anchor down into your mat. Keep your sitting bones directly over your heels and see if maybe you can get the arms out a little bit deeper. Once you get your arms out, you can bring your forehead down. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This is another place where it is possible to arch the low back. So I want everyone to kind of draw the front lower rib cage back. See if you can find some space at the lower back so that you're not arching your low back. And then exhale, let the elbows bend and rest. Good. And then let's go ahead and we'll come into dog pose. So lift the wrists up, lift the elbows up, and look towards your hands. Really activate your hands and your arms. Almost push your mat. Watch the outer legs and knees here. So you'll come from here to here. And then we'll come up, take the base of the toe joints apart, lift the knees, and come to dog pose. Oh, that feels so wonderful. There you go. So use your hands. Really, you can think of the heels of your hands. That's it, Carolyn. Lifting, even moving the fingers up away from the mat as you press back. If you're having trouble getting the upper leg bones back, guys, you can bend the knees. You can bend the knees and really press the femur bones to the back of your legs. Good. Again, that's an opening of the spine as you draw your heel bones down. Good, good, good. Take your inner thighs rotate back as if you're holding a block. Good. And then come down and rest. Good. You can come to a child's pose for a moment. And I think I'm going to do the hard thing. So what I'm going to do, guys, as you're seated on your heels, make sure first that your heels are not out side of your hips so that they're tucked in. And then bring one small blanket and you'll make it into a blanket roll. And I think this is a way to get kind of feel that spreading of the posterior pelvis. So the blanket goes at the top of the legs. I draw down, lift up, watch, and I fold over this blanket. And I want to use the blanket as a hammock for the abdominals. Oh, do you see? So your belly should relax some. Also spreading against that blanket, and you'll notice this space here move away from the spine, or you'll feel that kind of opening or spreading in your low back. See if it makes a difference relaxing the belly and working the arms and working the legs, even though you're in this position. Use the blanket as a hammock. Let the abdominals rest. Let the abdominals kind of soften and spread into your blanket, and then use the side ribs, the outer arms, and the hands. Great. Perfect. Hard part, guys, go ahead and bring your torso up, and we'll try to come into dog pose. So I'm going to go from here, and I've got to come up to the knees, bend the elbows, take the toes down, lift the knees up. That's a tough dog pose. Nice, Wendy. Very nice, guys. My blanket fell a long time ago. So very, very nice. Again, you should keep that spreading around the posterior pelvis. See if you can draw the belly, kind of move it towards your blanket, but relax, spread. Great, great. And then come down. Perfect, guys. And just throw your blanket away. Don't really throw your blankets away, especially if they're blankets you borrowed from me. So what we'll do, and let's see, I'm going to use my 2 blocks in my hands, and I'm going to come up into a lunge with the right leg in front. And what I want to do here is push down into my blocks. And I'm just going to take that left leg back and just let it rest on my mat. I want to try to get that right knee bent, right foot in front. And then I want to see if I can really kind of straighten out or lengthen out the left leg. So fingertips on the blocks or hands, right knee bend. So let the right knee bend and move the pubic bone up towards the belly button. Good. Good. So see if you can kind of take that right kneecap and start to move it out towards your right toes. Good. Lift the pubic bone up, lift the chest up. And then hands down onto the block, kind of rock back, and we'll switch. We'll bring the right knee down, step the left foot up. Now, what happens in order to straighten that back knee? Watch. If I just bend this left knee and let the kneecap move towards the toes, watch the back leg. So we'll think about this right kneecap, left kneecap, moving straight out towards the left toes. Fingertips can come down, or the blocks can be rather high up. And then you want to press the top of your right foot into the mat. Could you possibly get the indentation of your toenails on the right foot to press into the mat? So if you could create indentions that would come from your 5 right toes. Lean forward, even use fingertips, lift the chest. Good, shoulders down, perfecto. Perfect. Remember, a way to get more space in your back leg is gonna be just to bend that knee. That's nice, Wendy. Nice, Carolyn, nice. That's it. Laura, Leslie, can you push and maybe see if you can get the chest to come up? That's it, that's it. See, we want to let the pubic bone move up towards the navel and really stretch your back leg. And then exhale, release. And so you guys can just come kneeling. We're going to do it one more time. This time, we'll see if we could take a block underneath the right sit bone. So I'm going to come up, right foot in front, right? And then I'll bring this block, and I've got it on my highest level. And then I want to kind of take that left leg back and let my sit bone rest. here, right on top of this block, just like that. Now, the hands, if you can, hopefully you can bring your hands kind of to the top of that right thigh, right before your knee, and then kind of press and lift. So the block is right underneath the right sitting bone, and I want that sit bone heavy. So I want it to really press into the block. You may need double blocks, but I think we can all get here. So, and if you've got your second block, maybe you use it under your left hand. But we'll start to see if we can just kind of move into that right knee. It's not bending anymore, but I'm moving it out towards my right toes. Lift the chest. Press through your left foot, guys, and lift your left quadricep. Open your left hip. See if you can take your arms out, palms up. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, reach or lean back. And then release. Good, 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 good. So I'm going to kind of bend this left knee, come off of my block, switch sides. And so before I even get on the block, really let that right leg go back, do you see? And then I'm closer to the sitting bone. So stretch your back leg back as you try to come seated on your block under your left sit bone. There you go. Yeah. That's great, 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 great. We all got so much stronger during the pandemic. Isn't that interesting? Huh. Like, I feel like everyone's gotten stronger. So press down into your back foot. And that same idea, remember before we used the block, I said, if you can bring indentions into your mat coming from your right toes. So really press your right toenails down. And when you do that, see if you can bring that right thigh bone to the ceiling. Yeah, there's a kind of an action of you using your right foot to get your thigh bone to go up. And then see if you can kind of move that left kneecap towards the left toes. Even if the knee doesn't bend anymore, the action of extending from the back of your left knee. Pretend this is your left knee here, like this. There would be this drawing out from behind the left knee. Great. And then exhale, release. Perfect. Oh, Sarah just got there. So Sarah should be under your sit bone if you can. Okay, so you guys rest and we'll do another one. So I'm going to come up onto my block so you guys watch. I saw Carolyn doing this, so it just gave me the idea. So, and I don't even know if I'm going to do this right, but I'm going to come now into a lunge. And I'm going to let that left leg come off of the mat or the left knee. Or maybe I'll go here. Y'all watch. You even kind of walk it out. That's a song. So I started with the left knee on the mat. We'll change that. Left knee on the mat, right foot up. Once I get here, I'm holding my blocks. But I'm going to turn my right toes and right foot to the right, just like that. And I want to see if I can take this inner knee back. So you're down on your left leg. Right foot, right toes out to the right. You can kind of reach into that right knee. Keep holding on to your blocks. You can kind of reach into your right knee and moving it or extending it to the right. Right toes are to the right, all the way to the right. Right foot can walk out. That's great. Now let's see if just for fun, Carolyn's like, I didn't do all this. It's just for fun. Let's see if we can come up on those left toes and press through that left heel. See if you can keep your right foot where it is, keep your left hand where it is. Go ahead and turn over onto your outer left foot, and your torso kind of goes to the right. See if you can push with your left hand. Take your right arm up. Kind of lift that lower left hip up. Good. Turn back towards your blocks. Turn your right toes to the center. And then you can bring your left knee down and we'll switch sides. Okay, so forgot how I started, but I think left leg in front now. And I think I started with this back leg down, right leg down, right knee down. And look, if you press your foot, watch my right foot, top of it is pressing through the toenails. Watch the right knee, it can come up. And you see that action of this femur bone moving to the ceiling. You see. So if that doesn't bother you, you guys can try a couple of those. Press the foot and use that foot to get the knee off of the mat and then bring it down. Take your left toes out to the left foot to the left. And you can walk it over to the left a little bit. Keep your hands against your block. And then you can press the back foot to the right foot. Almost lift that thigh up. Or lift the right knee and then bring it down. I think we came up. So bring your right toes down, lift your right knee up and push through your heel. Hands against your block, chest lifted. Go ahead and turn over onto your outer right foot. Keep your right hand on your block. Left hand can go to your hip. Let's really dorsiflex the right foot, draw down. You lift the left arm up and maybe lift that outer right hip to the ceiling and then drop. And then outer right hip to the ceiling and then drop. That's it, really good. One more to the ceiling, drop, turn back, and you can come down. So maybe just kneel down on your mat. Good. Child's pose if you'd like. Arms can do whatever you like. So if you want to hold the heels of your feet, you can. And then go ahead, guys, and you can lift your head up and come up. And so I'm going to come up to standing, I think. And we did this the other day. So it's going to be kind of like a modified warrior one. So I'm going to come to standing. Right. And all I'm going to do in this standing position is I'm going to step my right leg in front and take my left leg back. And then I want to work to square the hips like this. And then I'll lift the pubic bone up and just kind of take the arms up. Okay, so I didn't bend any of the knees yet. I kept the right knee and the left knee straight, but take your right leg forward and your left leg back. Yeah, give a good distance. That's it, that's it. Now take your left hand to your outer left hip, guys. And you want to do this, and you can even use it at the buttock. So you want to go here. You see, so really pull with your left hand, your outer left hip towards your inner right knee. Good. Take the legs apart or separate as much as you can. Press into your right foot, lift your chest, take your arms up. Good. Once your arms go up, see if you can reach back. Keep both of your knees straight. Reach back, lean back, reaching towards a wall. Great. Great. And exhale. Perfect. Release. Good, 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 good. And then once you come from there here, we'll step the left leg up, take our right leg back. And I'm trying to turn, those right toes are about 45-degree angle. Left leg in front. You can draw your feet, watch the hips. You can pull your feet this direction together. And that gives some stability. And then outer right hip comes forward, arms go up. Take your torso back as far as you can, opening up the chest. Nice, nice, nice. And then release. That's beautiful, guys. Beautiful. I'm going to use the wall this time just to get a little stretch in the back leg. So what I think I'm going to do is put the left heel up the wall, and I'll step the right leg forward, and I'll start by going back, kind of rolling the tops of the shoulders back and down, and then I'll go up, and then I'll bend. Okay, so left heel is up the wall, right leg is in front, and try to walk the right leg out. That's it. Square your hips. First thing is we take the arms back. Good. Take them back. No, no, no. Like this. Watch. So don't bend the knee yet, but that right knee is straight. And then in order to take your arms back and touch your fingertips to the wall, you've really got to use the chest. That's it. Take the arms out next to the hips, and then see if you can take them back, fingertips to the wall, chest up, knees straight for now. Good. And then release fingertips to the wall, take the arms up over the head. When you bring your arms up over your head, bend your right knee. Bend, bend, bend. Good. Stretch the arms, take the gaze back or take the arms back, press the wall with your back heel and release. Perfect. Perfect. And so right foot on the wall, right heel up the wall, left leg out. Now watch this part, really walk the left leg out. It's kind of hard, but take the left leg as far as you can, and then watch my arms. They go here and out, and then I try to reach back and touch the wall with the fingertips. That's it. Tops of the shoulders go down, knees are straight. Good. And then exhale, swing the arms up and over your head. Then bend your left knee. Keep your fingertips moving towards your wall as you bend your knee. Fingertips, that's it, Molly. Nice. Great. And exhale, release. Perfect. Very good, guys. Very, very good. And let's do this. I'm going to take my legs wide, sit my bottom against the wall. When I lean forward, I use my hands to bring the sitting bones up the wall. And then I'll push with my feet, straighten the knees, and fold. So when you fold, instead of this, you want to really let your side ribs be heavy and come forward. Yeah. You can grab your ankles, your shins. Good. Straighten your knees, guys. Lift your kneecaps up towards your quads. Bring your quadriceps up and relax your torso. There's a little bit of heaviness, a little bit of dropping. Let it descend. So what's really working are your legs. You're spreading or separating your sits bones and taking them up the wall. Can you see if you can get your sits bones to roll towards your low back? And then you can, again, shins or ankles, look out in front. And I'm going to grab the wall, take my hands to the wall, bend the knees, and then just kind of come up away from the wall. Good. Very, very, very good, guys. And then we'll come seated on our mat. And I think what I'm going to do to start is I'm going to come down on top of a block. This is a hard one. And so I'll come kneeling, and I'll take my feet wide, and I'll let my toes come down. And then I'll sit on top of that block. So it can be high or low or 2 or 3 blocks. And I'll lift one knee at a time and draw the heel back. Do that on both sides. So again, this would be considered a hyperextension of the front of your ankles, right? So, and here I'm putting a lot of weight in my toes, which are not like joint or supporting joints, right? So you want to support your weight in your heel. So I'll lift the right knee up, take the right hand to the heel, pull that right heel all the way back. And then see or notice the difference in the change of the front of your ankle. So instead of letting the front of the ankle fall towards the floor, lift the knee and pull the right heel back. That's it. Do it on the opposite side. Lift the left knee and draw the leg back. The foot, that's it, Sarah, the heel back. So think of this outer foot being, what would that be, Wendy? Perpendicular, I don't know, lined up, so that you're not kind of rolling into your 10 toes, but rather you would be kicking the wall with your heels. And then take your arms up, interlace your fingers, take your arms up and over your head. If you can't interlace your fingers, you can keep your hands separated and raise your arms up. That's it, Laura. Bring the belly back, bring your heels back, press your heels back, come forward, tap your feet. Perfect. And then do that again. Your knees are together. And y'all are getting all this footwork because my feet hurt. So my feet need stretching. And whatever my daily concerns are, I just use them as everyone's daily concerns. So again, your block, whatever level you want, one knee at a time, so that you're not like this. But watch. And you want to hold that heel there as you bring the knee down. It makes a big difference. Arms out, interlace left over right, palms out, arms up if possible. Good. Now don't hold the breath here. Press the heel bones back. See if you can breathe a little bit deeper. Take the arms up. Great. And then exhale, release. That's so good, guys. Come forward and tap, tap, tap. And then move your block out of the way. And I'm going to go to the wall just with the left foot. This can be a block as well. This can, or a blanket to the wall if you want. You really don't need it, but it could be like this. Because I'm going to kneel in front of the wall. Now the wall's just going to be for 1 foot. So I'm going to take this left foot to the wall, right foot in front, kind of what we did before. I'm going to bend the knee, press the wall, arms up. You see, that's the first one. And then I'll interlace the fingers and I'll kind of lean back. Oh. Okay, so it's like a back bend. Okay, so when you come in front of your wall, your left foot, the sole of your left foot is on the wall and your right foot is in front on your mat. If you feel like, there you go, nice, nice. Now remember the first thing we did here, first I want you guys to just push the wall with your left heel. That's it, push the wall with your left heel. Now, see if you can take, well, y'all aren't here yet. If you're here, push the wall, take your arms, what did I do? Arms up, bend your right knee and kind of lean into this. Yeah, take the arms up. That's it. Lean through that knee, reach to the ceiling with your fingertips. Nice. Release. Perfect. Perfect. Stay there though. So you keep that left foot there, remember? Right foot is in front. Push the wall. Interlace your fingers behind your head and just lean back. Let your right knee bend. Good. That's it. Lean back. Release your interlace. Take your arms up and over your head. Reach to the wall. Nice. Nice. And release and switch. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Okay. Opposite side. And to me, even without doing anything, this foot pressing to the wall and this action opens up my quadricep, the psoas on that front leg. So push the wall, let the left knee bend. You could take the arms up and we go here. See if you can keep contact with that right heel. That's what makes a difference. Nice. And release. Stay where you are. Nice, guys. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Back bend prep. Take the arms kind of out, lean back. Good. And exhale, release the interlace, stretch the arms up, fingertips to the wall. Push with your right foot. Good. Bend your left knee. Nice. And release. Wonderful. And just come down however you want, kneeling or lying down or sitting down. Very, very good. So I'm going to take my little blanket or a blanket, and I'm just going to make it into a little fold. And if you're at a wall, you could stay there. But if you're not, let's see. So legs out in front, kind of press the sacrum to the wall. So instead of here, I lifted up and really reached into the wall. And then I'll bend my right knee out to the right. I want to take that left back hip to the wall, and then I'll come forward. Use a strap if you want. So it'll be Janu Shirsasana. So I'm just seated against the wall on a blanket. I can make sure that sacrum is there, and then bend the right knee out. And if the right knee is lifted, you can use an extra blanket, or you could use a block to the outer part of the knee. Janu. And then lean over to your right and see if you can get that left sit bone or left buttock flesh to touch the wall. There you go. That's it. Take that knee wide, guys. So right knee, see if you can get the right kneecap all the way out towards the wall. Nice, 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 nice. There's always in Janu. Janu is a really, really nice pose, but it can go wrong. It can also be pretty intense, depending on what you've got going on. So, for example, it's a great pose for sciatica, but it can also flare sciatica. Janu Shirsasana. So if you're in a flare, or you're kind of just being a little bit cautious about the sciatic nerve here, then you'll lighten this up by not coming as far forward. You'll come more here. If there are no concerns, come all the way forward. But your right hip point really moves towards your left kneecap. It's your right hip point. It takes that angle and rotates towards your straight knee. Good, 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 good. And then inhale, stretch up. And exhale, release. Nice. Straighten the right knee. Bend the left and put the top of the foot. Remember I said earlier, if you can make indentions with your toenails, now your left toenails, all 5 of them press into your mat. And then move your sits bones or your sacrum back to the wall. Adjust the right buttock flesh. Watch the left hip point. It goes that way. Takes a little bit of an angle and it rotates. And then come forward. And you can still kind of direct your sitting bones back towards the wall and then up towards your low back. Good. Janu Shirsasana. See if you can take any rounding out of the spine by bringing the spine into the body. Good. And then release. Good. Stay at your wall. I'm going to grab my block. Still on top of that blanket, but I do want to scoot in so that I'm flat against the wall. And then I'll bring my block on flat, put it between my heels, outer feet grounded, and I'll pull this block in or wiggle it in as close as I can. We haven't done this in a long time. Now, draw your outer feet down. Let's focus on your outer ankle bones coming down. So if they're lifted, see if you can relax them some or make them heavy, and draw your outer ankle bones here down. And if you can't do that, you can kind of just think about it. See if you can relax them. And then see if you can allow heaviness into your outer feet and your outer ankle bones. With that heaviness is where you start to extend from the inner growing to the inner knee. And this pose is where we developed our imaginary friends. Since we're all at home. So in this one, you want to pretend that you've got some imaginary friends, just two of them. One sitting on each side of you. Now, the center of your kneecap should extend out towards your imaginary friend. Center of your kneecap. Yes, you can wave at them, you can introduce yourself. We know them. We've been with these invisible friends, these imaginary friends, for a little over a year. Good, good, good. See, now you can kind of lean in and pull your block maybe closer to your bottom. I think my favorite part of this, and I don't even remember who this workshop was with. It wasn't Arun, but we spent a lot of time doing this. Lean over to the right. You can use that right elbow to kind of bring it inside of your inner right thigh. Now, left hand goes to the top of the left leg, and you literally just iron the flesh of your inner left leg to the left. And then we shift back to the center, and you do that on the opposite side. You try to come from the top of the right leg, press it down, and iron out towards your inner knee. Good. And then come seated. Perfect. And then go ahead and you can remove your block. Keep your legs like they are. Let's switch the block, make it long. And then again, squeeze the block with your feet. Pull your heels in now. See if they'll come in a little closer. Make sure your bottom is against your wall. It actually feels really good, guys. See if you can flatten your back, backs of your arms, your shoulders, your sacrum. Perfecto. And then go ahead and you can release. So to release, I'm going to remove the block or move it to the side. I'm going to put my feet on the mat. That kind of draw the knees in and then straighten the knees. Very, very good. Very good. Just straighten the knees for a moment. And since we're at the wall, we can use this. So adjust your buttock flesh and lean back so you're pretty flat against the wall. And then raise the arms up and see if you can touch the wall with your thumbs. I can't, but maybe you guys can. Nice. Stretch. That's great, great, great. If you could touch the thumbs to the wall and then press the thumbs up as if they're going to go to the ceiling. That's nice. And then exhale, release. Nice. Let's see if we can do it with the block. And so I'm thinking that that block will go between the shoulder blades so your bottom comes a little bit away. I'm still on my blanket, kind of at the edge of my blanket. This feels great, guys. Nice. Bottom is a little bit forward, and then you want to kind of lean back. There you go. Nice. Raise the arms. That makes it easier, yes? Nice, guys. See if the thumbs will touch the wall. The thoracic, where your block is, comes in, comes in, comes in, and release. Perfecto. Perfect, perfect. All right, enough of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's stay at our wall since we're here. And I'm gonna try fire log. So I'm gonna bring the left leg in front. And then, and we hadn't done it like this in a wall, watch the left buttock. So instead of this, which a lot of times it'll go that way. But what I want us to do is when we lean over, I want us to take that left buttock and press it deeply into the wall. And then lean over to your left. Grab your right foot, bring your outer right foot, outer ankle bone, inner knee. And then now my right buttock is moving away from the wall. I want to lean over and press it to the wall. And then use your hands, use your fingertips, take your sacrum to the wall. Take your sacrum to the wall and up. And that's great. And for a moment, just kind of lean back against the wall, head and shoulders. On your exhalation, press your outer hips here to the wall. Pretend you're at the yoga wall and the strap is here. Draw your outer hips back. You may be able to use your hands and then see if you can come forward. Watch my hips and lower back. So when you come forward, if you can, you'll use your hands to push your bottom back into the wall. Nice, into the wall. Don't hyperextend the top ankle, but really use the inner heel and then come up and release. Good. Remember, guys, that this would be a hyperextension of the ankle, right? So we want to do that dorsiflex like we did a moment ago. So even if it's not grounded, you do want that action of pressing from your outer heel, your inner heel out, and your outer heel back, okay? So switch sides, and I forgot how we started. Okay, so right leg on the mat. Y'all, my birthday is Monday, just in case y'all want to, I don't know, say happy birthday, send a gift, or whatever. Yes, thank you, Wendy. So when you bring that right leg over, make sure you bring the hip back. Touch the wall with that right buttock flesh. And then lean over. And remember, this leg comes over and the outer ankle bone comes there. If it's not grounded, that's okay. Move the left buttock to the wall. And as you come forward again, see if you can keep the bottom towards the wall, come forward. And you can push. Watch that outer left leg press. And bring it all the way back. Good. Good, 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 good. Few more seconds. Keep your bottom moving towards the wall, even if you need to lift up and press back. That's it, Sarah. Good. Dorsiflex your top foot, Sarah. Kind of push out and perfecto. Perfecto. Great, great, great. And then exhale, release. Perfect. Just straighten your legs out, guys. Straighten your legs. Okay, I'm going to come on to my mat, supine. So I'm just going to kind of come onto the knees and keep that blanket. And we'll use this blanket just for a moment, temporarily. And so I've got this folded book fold and then more of a double fold. I'm going to bring it between the knees. And so what I'm going to do is when I come down, I think we did this yesterday, or wait, Thursday maybe. So here and here. And the first thing that we're going to do is we'll take our knees up and we'll let them go over to the left. And they ground. And you squeeze into the blanket. Left arm out. I'll take the right arm over and kind of press it out past the left hand. And then watch. I'll start to swing the right arm over. Twist. And then I'll lift up. We'll do this 4 times. Just kind of sweep the right arm over the head and all the way around. And as I'm doing that, right side goes down. Okay. And we'll do that 4 times. And then we'll switch and we'll go back again. Okay. So squeeze your blanket with your inner knees and take your knees over to your left. That's it. And to me, that feels great. Some people sleep this way, especially if you have low back pain. when you sleep or when you lie down, a good thing to do is to put something between the knees. And as you take your knees over to the left, just notice the space at your lower back. Just notice if there's space at your lower back. Knees are over. Nice. I'm going to draw the knee into the blanket, both of them. And then lift your right side up. Left arm is out to the left. Lift up through your right side. Take your right arm over towards your left. Go past your left palm with your right hand. Turn the right thumb down and sweep the arm over the head. Turn back to that twisting position. Nice. Do this 3 more times, guys, on that side. Use your breath. You can come up with an inhale, and as you exhale, sweep the arm over, come back into that twist. Really rotate through your outer right rib cage. Outer right rib cage. Nice, Carolyn. Nice, nice, nice. Again, do that 4 times. Once you've done it 4 times, with your knees to the left, bring your knees up and take them to the right and do the same thing. See, when we're twisting, guys, it's not, the hips shouldn't be the twist. Remember, so when you're twisting in any kind of twist, it's coming from the upper body. So from the spine, not moving the hips. So stabilizing the hips so that you can get more twist in the spine. Remember to breathe as you do this. Good, good. Really try to bring that outer left side of your body down when you do this. Outer left side of your body down. You start in just a regular twist. That's it. And when you're rotating, squeeze your blanket. Draw your knees into your blanket. Stabilize your hips. There you go. That's it. It's a nice deep twist of that outer left side, reaching into your mat. And then when you get done with that, you'll just come back to the center. You'll keep your blanket, and if you want to put your feet on the mat and just kind of rest there centered, you can. And then I'm going to, once my feet are centered again and I'm still holding that block, I'm going to start by bringing the knees and legs up again and taking them to the left. This time I'm just going to let them hover to the left, and I'm going to try my best to turn to the right. And then I'll see if I can just pull my knees towards my elbow or shoulder, bring them back. Pull them in, bring them back. Do that 4 times. I'll come up, squeezing the block, and I'll go over opposite. And then I'll pull them in. They hover, they don't come down. And I'll pull them back. And I'll do that 4 times, both sides. Nice. And I'll come back to the center. And I'll try to pull the knees to the chest. And then bring the feet towards the mat, hover. And I'll just do that several times, maybe 4 times. Engage your core, draw your abdominal wall down. And you'll do that 4 times on the right, 4 times on the left, and 4 times centered. Nice, guys. When squeezing the blanket, you're keeping the lower back open so that you're creating space as opposed to compressing. Good, 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 good. Nice, everybody. And then when you get done, you're done with all of those sets, you can just bring yourselves back center and put your blanket to the side. And just rest with your feet on your mat. And we are going to do Supta Panangustasana, but you guys can put your your blanket to the side and maybe find your block. I happen to have mine nearby. And I think I'll start, let's see. I think I will start like this. So, got one block. I'm going to bring it in between the inner ankle and squeeze. And I've got it on that medium, so windy. It looks like that. I don't know if you can see that, and I don't know if this is going to last. It didn't the other night. So I'm squeezing this block, and then I'm going to recline. And then I'll see if I can squeeze. It's so hard. And lift the feet, squeeze, and straighten the legs. Oh my goodness. So you can change, maybe make it smaller. Change your block, however you can hold it between your feet. Hold your yoga mat, bring your belly down. We're gonna bring the legs down. Oh, and up. Oh my goodness. And down, keep the core down. And up. And we'll do that 6 times. That's it. There you go, Winnie. And you can let the knees bend too if that's better, if that works better for you. No straining. You don't want to strain your low back. You're just trying to create space and strength, not strain. Good. And after your 6th time, you can grab that block, or you can bring your legs down and just forget about the block. Nice, guys. Actually, on your 6th one, when your legs are up, maybe you grab your block and then bring your legs down. And just take your block in your hand and we'll take it up. Just stretching it over the head. Reach through your legs, reach through your feet. Now you're holding this block in your hands over your head. See if you can lift your head and your back body up so your shoulder blades. Squeeze the block as you do this and just lift and then come back down. And then lift, kind of pull through those fingertips. Come back down. One more time. Lift, stretch up through the fingertips, come to the back rib cage, and then release. Good. And you can just let your block in your arms rest. I'm going to grab the block again. Straight elbows, kind of push through the fingertips. The legs are together. This time I'm going to lift the head and shoulders to block the arms. See if I can lift the legs. See if I can come down at the same time. So I started by lifting the head, shoulders. I'm on the back rib cage. Lift the legs, reach through your fingers, and then come down. Good. Nice. That's great, Sarah. Very nice, guys. And then after you've done that however many times I said, which I don't think I said anything, then you can relax. And we'll do Setu Bandha before we do Supta. So once you're done and you still got your block, and use whatever other props you'd like, but lift up, bring your block up to your sacrum. And we've done a lot of stretching to the front of our bodies. So we've done a lot of psoas and quadriceps and abdominals and chest stretch. So the block is at the sacrum, and it's just whatever level is comfortable for you. but there is this use of your feet and the backs of your arms. So really using your upper arms at the back and using your feet to give that back bend effect of your chest. So your breastbone always moves towards your chin. Your front rib cage comes down, especially at the front bottom edge of your ribs go down. And this is a good place, I think, to notice the rib cage, the front rib cage, and see if you feel like maybe one is higher. You can use your hands or you can maybe use your eyes. You can see it visually sometimes. And a lot of times, guys, that's a little bit of a difference in the left and the right rib cage at the front means that there's a slight kind of shifting of the spine as well. So you could take that as a sign. Maybe one rib sticks up higher than the other. Good, good, good. If you want, you can straighten your knees, especially if you've got the flexibility. And if not, you could stay as you are. Sometimes I grab my mat with my hands. Nice, guys. Very, very nice. Few more seconds here. Ah, very good. Go ahead and lift your bottom up and bring your block down. Now, when you get your block, hold it in your hands. Just kind of let it rest on your belly with your hips still elevated. Tuck your hips down and take your arms over. So it's that, again, that combination of trying to get that length again. Once you get your arms over your head, can walk your heels forward and really lengthen your spine so your heels kind of move away from your bottom. You can relax your arms, just let them come back to your side body. Let's bring our inner knees together. Your feet are a little bit wide, so they're out to the sides and your inner knees are together. Now see if you can feel maybe there's additional space there. Nice. And then go ahead and bring your feet together and your knees up. You could pull your knees into your chest. Again, try to keep that length in the lower back and your chest open. Don't let your bottom lift up as you draw your knees in. Go ahead and let your knees come back and then straighten your legs. And now you've got your hands behind your knees or at your calves. And you keep your head and shoulders grounded. See if you can pull your legs in towards your chest. But press your legs into your hands. Do this at the same time. And then release. Let the legs come back, bend the knees, bring your feet onto your mat. Let's come for our inversion. So you can roll over to your right, use your hands to come up. And if you want to take your inversion as legs up the wall, you can. If you want to do headstand, you can do that or handstand. If you have enough props, halasana is a good one. And you know, this used to not be my favorite, still not. But if you have 2 to 3 blankets, two, I'd say at least two, you can do halasana. If you have 3 blankets, you could do shoulder stand. So for halasana, it starts just like shoulder stand, right? Remember, head on the mat, top of the shoulders lined up along the blanket. And I'm going to use a block underneath my bottom. Ugh. And I've never really, I've never been really fond of either halasana or shoulder stand. And I think that's how you know that it's something you need. When you don't like it, you should do it. And so I'm going to take the feet over, legs over the head, put them on the mat. In shoulder stand and in halasana, um, and in headstand, you don't want to move the neck. So you don't want to look side to side or kind of put your neck out of position. Nice, guys. If you're in any other inversion, that's also fine. Nice, Carolyn. Nice, Krista. Good, good, good. Good, 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 Laura. And then I think at some point, and this is kind of scary, but at some point, Laura Leslie, you may be able to use blocks in front of your wall for your handstands. And really, since I have tight shoulders and tight upper back, this just helps me. It gives me some more length in my short arms, my tight short arms. I can't blame it all on length. Some of that shortening comes from just being tight. Are y'all listening to me? Just kidding. I don't think they are. Wendy is. Few more seconds, guys. Sometimes when y'all are in these poses really long, like Laura Leslie, I was thinking, is her picture stuck? I thought your video was stuck. You were up there so long. Very good, guys. When you come down, if you're in headstand, you can either come child's pose or you can stand up to release your neck. If your legs up the wall, stay there for a few moments. Halasana and shoulder stand. You guys can come down and maybe scoot back so your hips are on your blanket stacks. Again, legs up the wall can stay there. Everyone else, if you've released your neck, just come down onto your mat and we'll do Supta Padangusthasana. If you're in legs up the wall, you can slowly begin to make your way out of that. And you can stay on your mat, just kind of push yourselves back and come into maybe your feet against the wall and your knees straight. Have one strap and one block. And so when I recline, and this is very, I don't want to say traditional, but it is the way that we learn to get that space in our backs once we lay on our mat. So your knees start out bent, and then you, with your bent knees, put your feet to the wall. And you see how my knees are still bent? And I don't know if you can see, but you're gonna see the top of the pants kind of move towards the feet as I straighten the knees. Yeah, so the clothing from the back of my shirt, back of my pants are all moving into my heels. And then I'll bring the belly down. Okay. And so try that and see if that helps. Keep in mind that whatever the clothing is doing, the skin, the muscle, and the bone are doing the same thing. Right? So when you push and you feel your shorts kind of move down towards your heels, the flesh is doing the same thing. Good. Abdominal wall down. Block to your outer right hip, guys. Keep your left foot against the wall and lift your right leg up and bring your strap around your right foot. My block is to my outer right hip. So I'll go up like this. Then I want to get that leg back so I've got some space. So not like this, but like this. Hold your strap with two hands and open up your chest. You know, and they, for me, I remember when I first started practicing Iyengar, They would say you want to use the backs of your arms too. So example is here, from here to here. You see, so you've got your chest open, spreading your shoulder blades. That's it. Keeping the space, the chest open. And then grab your strap with your right hand, grab close to your right foot, take your right leg out. And go slowly as you'd like. Take the top of the right leg to your block. Really bring your outer left heel solid against the wall. So if you could kick your wall down with your left foot, you would do that. And then see, guys, if you can move your abdominals to the left. That's it. Your belly to the left. Great. Extend from the inner right thigh to the inner right groin. Good, good, good. And then bring your right leg up and take it opposite. So take it over to the left. Switch the hand that holds the strap. Now, here you can use your own hand if you want to, guys, but your abdominal wall should move over to your right. The belly should move to the right. That's it. You can use your hands to kind of sweep or draw or encourage the abdominal flesh to move to the right as your leg goes to the left. Nice. Bring the thigh bone to the back of the right leg, guys. Take it a little further. Begin to bend that left elbow. Bend it and drop it into the mat. Great. Great. Bring the right leg back to the center. Perfect. Stay reclined, but pull your leg in towards your chest. Right leg. That's it. Kick the strap. Kick up into the strap. Straighten the knee. That's it, Laura Leslie. And then exhale, release. Nice, guys. Just straighten your right leg and put your right foot on the wall. It got cold in here, didn't it? No. Ah. And then once you get your right foot into the wall, take your left leg up. Bring your strap around your left foot. And you want to, I don't know, we read a couple of weeks ago about compression on the femur bone, and that compression has to come from the muscles in your legs. So if you can engage your quadricep, that's it, Wendy, and move your thigh bone back. And anytime you want to move a bone, which is possible, you've got to move the bone with the muscle. The muscle moves the bone. So you have to engage the muscle, hug it into the bone, and then direct the bone in whatever direction you're directing. And in this case, that left thigh bone goes back towards your hamstring. Nice. Reach up, grab your strap with your left hand, turn your left toes left. Left knee left, take your left leg out to the left, go up and over your block. But as you're doing this, pull your abdominals to the right. Yeah. So you take your weight, even though your left leg is going out, have even weight. So have as much extension to your right as you do to your left. Good. See what happens if you really press your right foot into the wall and kick the wall down. And bring this leg up slowly. Mm-hmm. Take your strap to your opposite hand. Now, when you take this leg over, your abdominals go to your left. Left leg to your right, belly to your left. Use your hand. That's another kind of, I don't want to call it a trick, but it does work to use your hand to move the abdominals. Good. Keep letting that leg go over. You can bend your elbow. If you bend that right elbow out and try to drop it into your mat, you'll notice your leg moves deeper. So this action is initiated by your arm, by you in your hand, by you pulling on your strap or your foot. Great. And then engage the muscle and move the femur bone to the back of your leg. Perfect. And then bring yourselves back to the center. Remember, you're going to just pull this leg in. Now, as the leg goes close to you, the thigh bone goes back. That's it. Straighten the leg. Straighten the knee. Good. You can also increase the length of the left buttock flesh. And then exhale, nice, release. Go ahead and just release your strap and you'll bring your left leg to the wall. And I'm going to bend my right knee in, hold below the right knee. And I'm going to do the ankle roll on my right side 30 times clockwise and 30 times counterclockwise. And you'll use your own count here. And with this one, it's just the rotation of the ankle joint, right? So you don't want to swing or flop. You want to really rotate to the best of your ability. Now, there's certain spaces, if for me, that I feel like I can't reach into, like they're tight. It's limited. You may hear clicking and popping, and that's a lot of times maybe tendons rolling over each other, or tightness. I think there's a lot that goes on around the ankle and the foot, so the tightness is expected for, I think, the majority of us. Take your time and breathe deeply when you're doing this one. And if you need to stop, and rest in between, just don't lose your count. So that's 60 rolls on one ankle. Perfect, guys. And when you're done with your right side, you just extend the right leg and rest for a second, and then pick this up on the left side. And the rest in between is just maybe you can feel a difference, or kind of become aware of the flow of the energy from that. They say some poses linger, like a shoulder stand. After you come out of it, it lingers. This is work that definitely lingers. It moves. There's energy involved. Circulation of not just the blood, you see, not just the tissues, and not just the I don't want to say liquid, but you know what I mean, that circulation, moving things. Well, this also moves the prana, the life force energy. Remember, try not to swing or flop. You see if you can, with awareness, take this into a full rotation. And then when you're done with that left side, yeah, you'll just relax. Your legs, they can extend out and rest for a moment. And then let's go ahead and bring the soles of our feet together. Just come Baddha Konasana, lying on your mat. See if you can get your outer feet to come down. Your abdominals come down, and there is a scooping of the sacrum. Now, your imaginary friends are back. One is to your left, one is to your right. See if your center kneecaps can extend out, left and right, or east, west. Bring the knees together, feet on the mat. I'm going to take my 2 blocks, guys. So I just kind of sit up, grab both of my blocks. You're going to do Supta Baddha Konasana again, but this time flat blocks. And they're kind of right at the lateral buttock. So they're angled in, kind of like this. They're angled in and they're right on the outer buttock. The short edge kind of presses together or just like this. Can you guys see? And then I'll bring the soles of my feet up. You can even hold your feet. Oh, it feels so wonderful. And then release your feet and roll your feet towards your mat. Just let your outer feet come down. You'll notice your bottom comes up. And your bottom is elevated off of your mat. The blocks are supporting the lateral buttocks. And this should be very comfortable. This should be, you should be able to relax your bottom and just rest in Baddha Konasana. That's it. So the lateral buttock flesh is supported by those blocks. That space goes in, just as the blocks are, that information the blocks are giving you. Good, good, good. A few more seconds, guys. Now, keep yourselves where you are, but just draw your outer feet into the mat. See if that changes or articulates any differently. And then relax the feet. Stay here a few more seconds. The bottom is soft. The bottom should be relaxed. Hard thing to do. We have a tendency to want to tighten the bottom. So see if you can relax the bottom as it's just kind of elevated over your mat. And to come out of this is simple. Just bring your knees together and your bottom automatically comes to the mat. Perfect. Nice, everybody. Let your bottom rest on your mat. And if you want to bring the inner knees and the feet wide, you can do that. Or if you just want to stay with your knees bent. I'm going to bring the right knee in and hold below the right knee. And I just let the right knee move out to the right some. And then I'll straighten the left leg. And we'll just hold like this. So that right knee is moving towards your outer rib or towards your right armpit. Tough to do, but relax your right foot. And here we're looking for space. So if you let your right knee move out a little bit to the right, you may feel a little bit of space outside of your sacrum right side. Good, 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 good. And then go ahead and switch. So I'm going to bring the left knee up, hold below the left knee, extend the right. Now, once you get here, your legs and your feet, especially your right leg is relaxed. Your left foot is really relaxed. And then see if you can bring that inner left knee towards your left armpit. Again, if you let the left knee move out a little bit, you may feel this spreading around the sacrum, left side. Good, 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 good. And then with an exhalation, release. And you can just extend that right leg down if you want, or you can bend your knees or hug your knees or however you want to do this. But take a few moments to release, and then we'll come into Shavasana. So if that means for you hugging your knees, do that. If that means an upside down child's pose, you can do that. And then once you've done that, come for Shavasana, whatever way you want to take it. Legs up the wall is fine. Legs in the chair is okay. Lying flat, tying the ankles, blanket covering you is fine. What Sarah's done is use two blocks, one between the shoulder blades, one at the back of the head. That's doable. Yeah. But whatever way you are comfortable, do that. So if you want to cover your body with a blanket, or cover your feet, or even cover your eyes. That's good. You can do that. But take the palms of the hands, turn them up towards the ceiling, and then just kind of pull the arms out to the side. So if they're really close to your body, just let them move away from your body a little bit more. And then the thumb sides of your hands come to your mat. That's it. With an exhalation, close your eyes and let go to see if you can allow every muscle and every bone to become very heavy. And initially, this heaviness just kind of drops down towards your mat. So your arm bones drop, your leg bones move down, the brain moves towards the mat, the heart moves towards the mat. All of the internal organs of the abdominal region move toward your mat. And this isn't an action that can be forced. Once the body is relaxed, then see if you can begin to move the um, senses, your five senses, see if you can tuck them inward some. And our eyes and our ears are meant for external um, information. So our eyes are meant to see outside of ourselves. Our ears are meant to hear. Our skin feels things, these external things. But in Shavasana, see if you can move that focus more inward. Deepen your breath, move your awareness back into the room. Your five senses can kind of return back to their normal position here, and you can bring movement into the fingers and into the toes as you deepen your breath. Very slowly bend the elbows. The hands can come belly or heart. Stretch the arms up and over your head, full body stretch. Release the arms to the side body. And just let the arms rest there for a moment. Bend the knees. They can bend one at a time, and the feet can come onto the mat or the floor, the wall. Then when you're ready, pull your knees into your heart. You can wrap your arms around your knees. Any movements here, side to side or front to back. And then roll onto the right side and hold there in a fetal position. And then bring yourselves up seated, any seated position that you would like. The hands can come wherever you would like, maybe heart center, third eye, or just resting at your leg. Take a moment in silence to honor the true self. And I've just got a couple of quotes from Mr. Iyengar's book that I'm just going to kind of read randomly. So, freedom. With true discipline is true freedom. Persistent practice alone is the key to yoga. As you take pains to learn, continue with devotion what you have learned. If you don't know the source of the action is impure. Nothing is perfect. You can always improve. That is creation of life, creation of interest. Thank you guys. Namaste.